And what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about updates. I'm sure all of you have noticed videos have started up again on the channel. I have been highly active the past couple of weeks in the comic community here on YouTube. I've been finding some really awesome channels. So while I've been catching up on comics, I've been checking out some other channels that aren't all about the doom and gloom or critically thinking, if you get my drift, too deeply into books and just completely making it look like it's doom and gloom across the board for these beautiful things behind me, because it isn't. And that definitely is pushing a lot of people out of the hobby and making it harder for people like myself to get back into the hobby. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about me finally getting videos back up and running. And for those of you that want a bit more of an idea of what's been going on behind the scenes the past couple of months, while I know I did start the review up again and took a little bit more of a break, I did need an extra extended break. It all involved motivation. It all involved watching or seeing too many negative things going on in the comic community via videos, of course. And I talk about that a lot on my new podcast, the Chaotic Avenger podcast. It is live right now on all podcasting platforms, including right here on the channel. If you'd like to hear it, if you'd like to hear what I've been working on and thinking about and what's been kind of not holding me back, but one of the main reasons why it's been very hard to start up again on the channel, I talk about it there. But I also say in there that I have finally made a plan, which I have done, and videos have been starting up again. I've been enjoying watching other people's videos, and I'm glad that most of the time, most of my thought processes with a lot of books, or most of my feelings towards books, is shared with a lot of people in the comic community. A lot of people are enjoying the same books I am, so I don't feel like I'm just reading them, and because I've been away for so long, I'm just enjoying everything. The good news is actually a good percentage of people are enjoying the same things I am, so I'm glad about that. But anyway, videos are starting up again. I wanted to take the time and kind of just do a bit of an update, because I actually do have a debut today in this video for something new that's going to be on the channel moving forward. But before I get into the debut, I kind of just want to give a rundown once again of things to expect on the channel. You've all seen the haul videos, whether it be the monthly comic book haul from my books from DCBS or the weekly shorts, my Midtown weekly comic haul, which I do in about 60 seconds on via a YouTube short. The goal with the hauls is still the same. My goal is hopefully at one point to be able to pick my books up on Wednesday from a shop and be able to do a weekly comic book haul as I get my books, discuss them and talk about them the day they come out, instead of having to wait till Friday or Saturday when my deliveries would be coming, whether it be from DCBS or Midtown. They would always come by Friday or Saturday because standard shipping, and that's what happens. And there are a plethora of comic shops in Manhattan. There's a lot going on in Manhattan right now as of this moment. Hopefully that'll ease up soon. But beside the point, eventually the goal is to get back to a comic shop and to pick up my books, even if I order them through, the previews or whatever comic pre-ordering there is now. Probably it'll be through Midtown, picking them up week by week, being able to be in a comic shop, look at other books, maybe do a really cool, awesome haul series that way. But for right now, we've got the monthlies and the weekly shorts. Just look forward to an ever-evolving haul series until we get to my main goal, which is what I just talked about. Dark Avenger Live, the live show where I talk comics, movies, TV, news, everything and anything to do with comic books being the main star of the show. However, games and other things definitely are a part of that show. Right now, though, I haven't been doing it. The goal is to get that back to a weekly format as well. I'm just trying to find a way to make it unique from all the other series on my channel, instead of making it a glorified live show of all the stuff I've already talked about in other videos. Again, it is a bit harder with life and everything going on for me to check out news. Hopefully at some point I can find someone who can kind of give me the heads up on big news pieces coming out. for the show as topic videos. I haven't found that kind of person yet that's willing to do that, but if I ever do, until then, I'm a one-man show doing all the work. So if topics become available, if things start up, the goal is to get this back to a weekly format and to make it unique. Once again, it was the live show that started it all, so I do want to keep that going on. But for right now, I'm working on ideas to make it unique, because we also have the comic review show. As you all know, 500 plus episodes. It's the show where I give an overview of all the books I've read in a specific week. Now, the new format I'm trying to work on with the show is to do a brief thought on each and every book, why I like it, why I didn't like it, and leave it at that. So this way it is not a super in-depth review, because if I want to do an in-depth review, there will be another show on this channel called Comics and Coffee. I did start that one up, and that is going to be a more in-depth review of a single comic book, or depending, right now it's a single comic. Let's leave it at that. A single comic book where I go in-depth about whichever book that is. So you got the overview, you've got the in-depth, and then I do have another series that I'm calling the 60-second review, which is basically a YouTube short where I take a book and I explain why I liked it in 60 seconds, because a YouTube short is only 1 minute long. And it's been helping me kind of to shrink my in-depth reviews and to get all of my thoughts out in a very small time frame. It's definitely been helping, and it will also help me with sharing briefer thoughts on the overview, the main comic review, instead of going in depth. I've always had an issue with the comic reviews, and I talked about this on the podcast, going too far or making it look too much like a walkthrough of the book. I kind of want to make it more of a brief review and save anything that's more in depth for Comics and Coffee, or the 60-second review if I can do it in 1 minute. Then I used to have a series called Most Anticipated. The goal is top 5 most anticipated books I'm looking forward to. A few people have mentioned in my group, do a top 10. I'm going to start with a top 5. I've noticed my reading pile has grown since making the set title to top 5. I was reading a lot less than I am now. If I am reading a lot more, top 5 can easily be upgraded to top 10 most anticipated. But for right now, I'm doing my top 5 most anticipated. I'm hoping that series will start up soon, but it will basically just be me talking about books coming out next week, my top 5 most anticipated. And then we find out if I'm right or wrong in the comic review. Of course, there'll still be news articles. I actually have a topic video I'm going to be working on, and that's going to be going up on the channel probably right after this video. I don't know if it'll be in the same day or if I'll try to space it out a bit more, but topics on comic books, video games, entertainment, anything, news, my thoughts on trailers, anything. It can be anything. These will be news videos. So this is a media channel. So once again, it can be and will be any and everything. And then we have the 2 podcasts. One podcast, as I've talked about already, is already live. The other one is hopefully coming soon. There is the Chaotic Avenger podcast, which is my wide variety podcast, where I touch on a lot of fun, different topics, and also share my thoughts on life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. Anything and everything that goes on behind the YouTube channel can be in this podcast. This is more of me just kind of sitting back and having a nice talk, whether it be with myself or maybe I have a guest on. That is an everything podcast. And then we have the podcast that all of you know, the Dark Avenger podcast, my comic book based podcast, where it's news, reviews, overviews, thoughts, interviews, and much more. It's just going to be anything and everything comics. That is exactly what the podcast goal will be. Again, looking to make it unique, though, is going to be the thing that I'm going to be working on the most. I want Dark Avenger Live and the Dark Avenger podcast to be their own unique entities and not really carbon copies of one another. I want to try to make everything unique. So this way you're not coming to one video and hearing or seeing the exact same thing you saw in another video in the same week. Unless the Dark Avenger podcast becomes a monthly podcast, because then it can be like an overview of things. I don't know yet. Again, I'm still brainstorming ideas for all of my series to make them all unique and stand out amongst one another. And then now we have the debut that I was talking about. So I've been away for 5 years. And a lot, believe it or not, has changed in those 5 years. I've been, I hate to take this from the Lord of the Rings, but I've been there and back again, which is basically The Hobbit also. So I hate to steal from that book, but I have been there and back again. I have been everywhere, and a lot of things have changed, and a lot of things personally with me are different now. So something I want to bring to the channel, and he is going to be, I'm going to show him off now, is going to be this guy right here. This is Blaze. He is my persona. I created Blaze a while back, and I decided that I was going to use Blaze from now on in all of my YouTube thumbnails. So usually you would be seeing my chibi, or you'd just be seeing the Dark Avenger logo. Now Blaze is going to become the mascot of this channel through the thumbnails. And the artwork you're seeing in front of you is done by my really good friend Comet, Comet Talez, Talez. I will be linking her Twitter in the description below. If you're looking for artwork and you're looking for a reasonable price, Comet is amazing. She's going to be doing all of, or most of, the Blaze work you see on the channel. If you see Blaze in a thumbnail, it's going to be Comet's Blaze, unless Comet's busy, or if we might have a guest artist on, I don't know, but Comet is going to be the main Blaze artist, and she is amazing. I have a whole packet of Blaze pictures that are going to be showing up as of next week on the videos I do, and then I also have another packet that we're working on as we speak. So there's going to be a lot of fun stuff, and then when we get into the holidays, maybe we'll have some holiday fun with some of the pictures. I don't know, but Blaze has been a huge part of my life, and now I want to share it with all of you on YouTube. And a really cool fun fact, Comet and I are actually working on, with our friends, a small like webtoon comic series with our sonas. So it's going to be kind of like a furries meets friends idea that we're working on so far. It's just something that she's the artist, I'm a writer, and there are a few other friends of ours that are writers, and we're kind of like working on like a fun little collab thing. It's going to be like a comedy kind of furry friends get together thing. It's going to be fun. And of course, when that happens, it's going to be a long while because busy, she's going to be busy. So, but when it does happen, believe me, you all will hear about it right here on the channel. But Comet's an amazing artist, an amazing friend. I highly recommend her work. She does amazing work. So I hope all of you will give Blaze a warm welcome as we move forward, because he is going to be every and anywhere. He could be in thumbnails. He might pop up in live streams, you know, little icon somewhere maybe. I don't know. But he is definitely going to be the mascot of this channel moving forward. So I hope you all are excited about that. I'm very excited about that. I know that when I finally kind of finalized that idea, I was like, yeah, this will be cool, because it gives something new to the thumbnails that hasn't been done before on this channel. And yeah, I'm really excited. We'll be seeing Blaze, like I said, starting next week. And with that, I think that's all the updates we have for now. But once again, there's been a lot of things that have gone on in the past 5 years, a lot of changes in my life and in my, with me personally. And I look forward to sharing all of that with all of you, while still sharing my thoughts and talking about the things we all love so much. Comic books. I forget, the comics aren't here yet. This poster will be disappearing very soon, and the full comic book wall will be returning. I actually got new signed books. If you've been watching my haul videos, you'll see that, but I also got some other new things, and those will be future unboxing videos, and those are probably going to end up over here on this side of the wall. So look forward to all that. We got a lot of fun stuff coming, and hopefully once the goal here is consistency. Once we get some consistency started, then we can start playing around with other ideas and other things in general. But till then, and other brands, by the way. Right now, my focus is right here for the blue brand. You all know I also have Dark Avenger Entertainment, my red brand, Dark Avenger Gaming, my green brand, and then we also have What the Card. I got a bunch of cards that I do want to eventually get the boxes out of my house, so to speak. So I will probably be opening those up at some point, when I have extra time. But we have a lot of channels. But right now, the main focus right here with the comic books, with Dark Avenger Media. And with that, I'm going to end this video. Look forward to a bunch of new things as we move forward, as videos start to become more consistent. A lot more fun stuff is going to be happening. But till then, everybody, links in the description below for all social media and other sites that I'm on. Take care. Keep reading. Keep collecting. I will see all of you really soon in the next video.